announcement of the trade deal by India and the United States, both the countries put out the much-awaited framework of the interim agreement yesterday. Let's break down the detail of this interim framework for you. Firstly, the 25% penalty for buying the Russian oil has been completely removed. Tariff has been lowered from 18% to 18% from 50%. Textile, leather, footwear, plastic and rubber products, organic chemicals, home decor, artisan goods and industrial equipments come in this range. In fact, on a range of products including pharma, drugs, gems and diamonds and aircraft parts, reciprocal tariff has been reduced to just zero. Furthermore, no concession has been granted on the farm and the dairy sector products. As a part of the framework, India will now buy US goods worth $500 billion over a period of next 5 years. Hours after the fine print of the interim deal was made public, Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal spoke exclusively to Group Editor-in-Chief Navika Kumar and assured that the interest of the Indian farmers has been fully protected. Have a look at what he said.
Let me come to the nitty-gritty of agriculture. As far as the interests of our farmers are concerned, the press release, apart from the $500 billion, also talks about many agricultural products. I just want to ask you, as far as these agricultural products are concerned and the subsistence economy on which our agriculture in India operates, the safeguards, are you in a position to assure farmers of our country? किसानों को आप ये कह सकते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है इस ट्रेड डील में जिससे उनको कोई मुश्किल का सामना करना पड़ेगा?
पूरे शिद्दत के साथ कह सकता हूं कि ये ट्रेड डील हमारे सभी किसानों के हितों की सुरक्षा करता है। इस ट्रेड डील में जो भारत में पर्याप्त मात्रा में बनता है, उत्पादन होता है, उसमें से किसी पे भी कुछ कंसेशन नहीं दिया गया है। कैलिब्रेटेड तरीके से कुछ कृषि के वस्तुओं के ऊपर भारत के किसानों के हितों को संरक्षण करते हुए बिना किसी तरीके से उनका कोई नुकसान होने देने से कैलिब्रेटेड ओपनिंग की गई है। अब उदाहरण के लिए सोयाबीन ऑयल वर्षों से भारत में इंपोर्ट हो रहा है। यूपीए कांग्रेस के जमाने से इन्होंने शुरू किया था। अब सोयाबीन ऑयल भारत में चाहिए, यहाँ के कंज्यूमर्स को बहुत महंगा नहीं हो जाए, उसके लिए ज्यादा सोर्सेज होंगे, कंपटीशन होगा तो भारत को लाभ होगा। उसमें एक कोटा दिया गया है तो देश के हित में है, वो हमारी जरूरत है, जरूरत के हिसाब से भारत में लाया जाएगा। इस प्रकार से एक एक चीज सोच समझ के, जो या तो ऑलरेडी इंपोर्ट हो रहा है, जो पर्याप्त मात्रा में भारत में उपलब्ध नहीं है, हमारी जरूरत है, उसमें भारत के किसानों को कोई नुकसान ना होते देते हुए ओपनिंग करना मैं समझता हूं देश के हित में।
And now let's tell you on this deal what apprehension do the opposition parties have. But before that, let's tell you about the nitty-gritty of the deal here. Decode the interim framework. What has been removed? 25% penalty for buying the Russian oil. That 25% tariff has been removed. So there will now be tariff, 18% tariff on the Indian exporters, and that includes textile, leather, plastic, organic chemicals, home decor, artisanal good, machinery and industrial equipment. As far as the generic medicines are concerned, they are now duty-free. As far as diamonds and other products are also concerned, as you can see, gems and diamonds, aircraft parts, there will be zero tariff. No concession on farm and dairy sector products, and this is what the government has been saying again and again. Preferential access to India in sensitive US sectors. India to buy $500 billion worth of the US good in the next 5 years, and that is also the part of the interim framework. India has opened up the market for the US industrial goods and agricultural product, and this is something that India has denied again and again. Stepping stone for a full bilateral agreement as well, which will be in fact announced in a few weeks, is what we are learning. While the government has called this a big win. The opposition has called this a surrender. The Congress party called this a trap deal, claiming that this trade deal has opened the agricultural sector to the American products, which would harm our farmers. The Congress party, their MP Jairam Ramesh, took to Twitter to highlight duty cuts on the import of DDGS. He said that DDGS is derived from genetically modified corn and claimed that this is nothing but a backdoor entry of the GM crops via DDGS. He also, in fact, goes on to make this claim, and now we have a reaction coming in from the Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. He has responded to this charge. Listen in.
जयराम रमेश जी का एक स्टेटमेंट है एंड ही सेज दैट let me come to the nitty-gritty of agriculture. As far as the interests of our farmers are concerned, the press release, apart from the $500 billion, also talks about many agricultural products. I just want to ask you, as far as these agricultural products are concerned and the subsistence economy on which our agriculture in India operates, the safeguards, are you in a position to assure farmers of our country? किसानों को आप ये कह सकते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है इस ट्रेड डील में जिससे उनको कोई मुश्किल का सामना करना पड़ेगा? जयराम रमेश जी का एक स्टेटमेंट है एंड ही सेज दैट the agreement will allow genetically modified seeds to come into India. He says much is being made on how cheaper imports of DDGS from America will benefit India, but this is derived from GM corn. This is nothing but a backdoor entry. How do you respond to Jairam Ramesh?
क्या है, जयराम जी की तो हालत इतनी खराब है कि उनको हर एक चीज में घोष दिखते हैं. He is a discredited leader. He has already been responsible for a lot of problems the country is facing today. उनके एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टर के कार्यकाल में हमने देखा कितनी कम समझ थी, सब काम ठप था. उनको ये नहीं पता कि डीडीजीएस भी एनवायरमेंट क्लियरेंस के बाद ही भारत में आ सकता है. उनको ये नहीं पता कि डीडीजीएस इज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट. जब प्रोसेस हो जाता है उसके बाद बाय प्रोडक्ट में जीएम नहीं रहता है. पर अब ना समझने वाले को क्या करना है. उनके बेचारों की हालत ही इतनी खराब है कांग्रेस से और कांग्रेस पार्टी की कि दे आर लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग टू अटैक अस, पर बेचारों को वो भी नहीं मिल रहा है. तो बेबुनियाद झूठ फरेब के अलावा कुछ बोलने को है नहीं उनके पास.
वो सब फायदा ही फायदा होने वाला. मैं फिर कह रहा हूं, चाहे वो डील यूरोपियन यूनियन से हुई हो, अमेरिका से हुई हो या बाकी किसी देश से, भारत के किसानों के फायदे में है, भारत की जनता के फायदे में है. हमारे किसान उनसे सुरक्षित कुछ नहीं आने वाला.
भारत की अर्थनीति अभी मजबूत स्थिति में है. हमारे कई विश्व की कई देशों के साथ, यूके के साथ, यूके के साथ, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ, न्यूजीलैंड के साथ और अभी अभी यूएसए के साथ हमारी वाणिज्य वार्ता संपन्न हुई है. इसके कारण भारत की उद्यमियों को, भारत की कारोबार को बहुत बड़ा गति मिलेगा. इसमें देश की अर्थनीति और मजबूत होगा.
40% सामान हमारा अमेरिका जाता था, वो वैसे ही ड्यूटी फ्री था, उस पे वैसे ही टैरिफ नहीं लगते थे. इस डील से भारत के किसानों की कमर भी तोड़ी जा रही है. वहां उत्सव हो रहा है. अमेरिका के किसान इस डील से प्रसन्न हैं, खुश हैं, जश्न मनाया जा रहा है.
नरेंद्र मोदी ने हस्ताक्षर कर दिया है. इस देश के करोड़ों किसानों की बर्बादी का हस्ताक्षर उन्होंने अमेरिका के साथ कर दिया है. किस दबाव में किया मोदी जी आपने? देश को बताइए. सदन में झूठ क्यों बोला? देश को बताइए.
And now the opposition parties are demanding a debate in the parliament on this matter. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Kritika, who's been tracking all the details. Good morning, Kritika. There are several demands that the opposition leaders have raised, be it the backdoor entry of the GM crops or their claim that this is the entry of the US as far as the agriculture and the dairy sector in India is concerned. Take us through the details and now what their demands are.
Well, yes, the opposition, remember, has been constantly slamming the BJP-led government over initially the delays that happened in the between the India-US trade pact, and now when the joint statement has come out, they're saying that they're alleging rather that India will be turned into a dumping ground for US products. What Congress has been saying so far is that a backdoor entry for agricultural products is going to be allowed as far as American farmers are concerned. They stand more to gain than Indian farmers, and that the interests of Indian markets is also being hampered. They've also said that IT services and IT exports also do not feature as importantly in the trade pact as it should have. And time again, remember, even while these discussions and deliberations were on, Congress was trying to create a rhetoric wherein they were repeatedly saying that it appears that the Prime Minister Modi-led cabinet as well as the government is only trying to surrender to President Trump's whims. They're also raising, in fact, objection with the clause that states that United States could reimpose tariffs as well. This is also now turning into a sharp political battle as far as the BJP government is concerned and the opposition. The opposition has demanded a discussion for the same in the parliament. Remember, even before when these deliberations were on, multiple times references were made by by senior Congress leaders as well over the lapses and the delays that have been happening. And now when the joint statement is out, it still appears that the opposition is creating an issue with this as well. They've said that even though the tariffs have come down to 18%, they've said that it appears that Namaste Trump has taken over Howdy Modi, in the sense that there are tariffs, and Congress saying that already 40% of the exports that India was making into the United States were duty-free anyway, which again does not mean that this trade deal is as big as the BJP is claiming. Over to you.
Absolutely. In fact, the opposition parties, they're saying that India has surrendered to Donald Trump. Thank you so much, Kritika, for getting us all those details. Let's tell you more about what the opposition leaders have been saying. They've also highlighted Section 4 of the framework, which says that US officials will monitor whether India directly or indirectly resumes the Russian oil import. And if that happens, the additional penalty of 25% could return. Now, Congress is calling this the example of surrender to Donald Trump. However, the Ministry of External Affairs has repeated the old stance, saying that they are making sure that the energy security of 1.4 billion people in the country remains the priority for them. Let's listen in to what the Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal had to say on this.
When you say that if American oil is cheaper, then we can buy it, is there room for that negotiation, or is it a must that we will have to buy from America, from countries like Venezuela, where they will direct us? Because the deal very clearly talks about ending Russian oil imports, and it says the minute we either directly or indirectly buy Russian oil, the penalty, the penal tariffs will be back. I want to ask you, are we being arm twisted in this? It's a simple, plain question, not from the opposition parties, but from the people of India. Please explain to them.
Navika ji, I have settled a robust bilateral trade agreement, the framework of that. These issues are handled by the Foreign Ministry. Probably you'll have to direct your questions to them.
This is amazing. When Mr. Jaishankar was asked the question about the deal, he said Mr. Piyush Goyal will answer. Mr. Piyush Goyal is saying the oil part of it, MEA will answer.
Wait a minute. A little
Navika, bit of to and fro.
Navika, I'm again repeating. No, not at all. Let me clarify. This is a false propaganda that Congress is trying to show up. The fact is, he was asked about the trade deal. And obviously, I'm answering to you everything about the trade deal. He was right. Trade deal, obviously, I will know. How will he know? Similarly, oil, he will know. How will I know? So, he was not asked about oil. He was asked about the trade deal. And the trade deal doesn't deal with this subject.